All right. Who are you and what does your company do?
Hey, my name's Trevor Shell. I am the Regional Vice President of Apex Energy Solutions. We're a national dealer of energy efficient replacement windows and doors. We're actually the largest triple pane window dealer in the United States, and we operate in 25 cities across the country, really East Coast to West Coast and everything in between.
Awesome. And I think you were the first Apex office we started working with like 4 years ago, I believe.
Yeah, I believe it was 2018,
Yeah.
2018 or 2019. I was looking for some kind of solution to this recruiting problem. I've
Yeah.
been with Apex for 12 years. I started with Apex in 2012, and recruiting was just the number one thing that we could never figure out. It was the
Yeah.
biggest thorn in our side. So I was kind of exploring some different options and happened to run into you guys, I think on a Facebook ad, probably.
Yeah.
And I called you, and then been using you ever since.
Yeah. So I know you've been working with us like on and off for 4+ years, but what's recruiting like not working with Sales Recruiting University?
Well, there's really no solution. The way I've described it to some of my other team members is it's like you want to get people in, into recruits in. I call it, water into the bucket, so to speak. But the problem is that a lot of times you have a leaky bucket because you don't have enough time to train them.
Yeah.
So the retention is not there. And then also it's like you don't really ever have very much water coming into the bucket either.
Yeah.
So it's just really kind of a mess. I feel like it's for years and years um, we found that the recruiting side of the business was something that we could just never catch up. We could never get it. We were always behind. It was one step forward and two steps back for literally a decade. And
Yeah.
then this was the one thing that kind of changed everything for us and allowed us to get ahead of recruiting and be intentional with what we're trying to build.
Yeah. So what are kind of like some high level things that come to mind? I mean, obviously you're saving time and more people, better people, these kind of things, but what things come to mind that have been helpful for you and, building the Atlanta office, the surrounding, markets and all that, like, you know, what happened through working with us, like the results?
Well, the results really speak for themselves. That the way we do it is we really consistently are able to scale the business and have more team members on. This absolutely pays for itself. So if there's a budgeting concern, I know there's different ways to do it, but with 1099 reps, we budget this, and by the time the volume that we get out of it, the appointments run, it's a no brainer. It absolutely more than pays for itself.
Yeah.
The biggest thing I noticed with SRU versus other recruiting methods that I've tried is really just the efficiency of everything. I have done Indeed ads myself. I've done what is it, the Craigslist even, and I've done signs and all kinds of different things. But just sifting through that volume of clients and then scheduling interviews, and then they don't answer, and then you leave them a voicemail, and then you send them a text message, and then you set an interview, and then they don't no show you. I mean,
Mhm.
that is a full-time job in itself.
Yeah.
So what I found is that if I were to really focus all my attention on recruiting,
Mhm.
and I mean, I could kind of make some headway on it sometimes,
Yeah.
but then that just left me with zero time to worry about or focus on other areas of my business. So it always seemed like I was maybe putting all my energy in the recruiting, but then other parts of the business start slipping. And
Yeah.
with SRU, with the efficiency of it, I'm able to get all of my recruiting done in a few hours a week, and
Yeah.
it just allows me to do the training, the operations, all the other areas of the business that need my attention.
Yeah. Love it. That's a really good point. It's, recruiting, if you think about it, especially when building a commission-based sales organization, like the people are what build the business, like that's the revenue. And so in a commission-based model, a lot of the times, especially in like direct sales like you do, it's volume-based because attrition sometimes can be high because of the model. So you got to keep pumping reps in, and the nature of the beast is a full-time thing. And so I love that you kind of mentioned that. So pretty much you guys get the benefits of a full-time recruiting department, but you're just you spend a few hours a week and hit your recruiting goals, and that allows you to focus on training, management, and the A to Z business.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the biggest thing for us is that, obviously getting the numbers and using SRU, that's going to be effective. The numbers you're going to hire people. Like that's
Yeah.
kind of a given, right? But that's really the tip of the iceberg. It's really the efficiency and my ability to spend my time in training and development to
Yeah.
help our retention.
Yeah.
If you spend all of your time recruiting and you get people in, but you don't have any time to develop and train them, then what did you really do?
Yeah.
You really didn't grow the business. So this has been an element to allow us to scale the business.
Yeah. Yeah. What's exceeded your expectations, if anything at all, working with us?
Let's see. I would say my expectations going in were probably pretty low to begin with because I just didn't really know what to expect. I kind of like I didn't know if the group setting, I was like, is this really going to work? I was kind of maybe skeptical of it. But I guess the main thing that I see is that running the program and using the tools and the coaching that you guys provide, it really works. So as an entrepreneur, business owner, I'm always having to come up with a system myself. I've created a lot of stuff, a lot of training material. Like I have my own, what I call my Trevor stuff. It's my own personal repertoire of things. And this was a little bit different than anything that I had, really ever experienced. And of course, in my own Trevor way, I'm like, I'm going to try to no, don't do that. Don't mess it up. Just run the play that you guys have set up. And it's going to be really effective. So, yeah, I mean, the expectations, or you guys have really exceeded the expectations with the efficiency, just the volume, the quality of the candidates as well. And I think the systematic way that you guys have of filtering down to the correct candidate. I think that's one thing that I always struggled with when I was trying to tackle the recruiting element myself. It became without you guys, it became a game of I want to talk to everybody and anybody that would give me a chance. Like I kind of want to hire him. I'm a 1099. This is I know the industry I'm in. I like if you're willing to work, then I kind of the threshold is really low, I suppose. But with you guys, the really systematic approach allows us to not worry about if we're going to get candidates. Will we get candidates? Of course we will get candidates. Now that allows us to sift through and pick the candidates that we actually want, that we think that are going to be a really good fit for us, that we feel like we can grow long-term with it and build teams around.
Love it. Love it. Last question. What would you say to other businesses considering to work with us?
This is the easiest decision you should have to make. This will be the biggest game changer in your business that you could probably ever do. I can't recommend you guys enough. I think that I would shout from the mountaintops from everybody that I talk to that, hey, everybody has the recruiting problem. We all know about this recruiting problem. And from my experience, you guys are the solution. And this hasn't been a thing where I've worked with you for, a couple months and we got lucky and you guys had a good couple months. Like we've been doing this for 5 years. This is a fundamental part of our business. This is a fundamental part of my strategy of scaling and growing our operations. So in short, no brainer for me, use SRU.
Love it. Trevor, that's it, my friend. Thank you so much for your time.
All right. Hey, Ryan. Hey, have a great day, bud.